My name is Karter Bryant, and this is my formal assessment video for the elementary module. I chose a student named Jake. He is 12 years old in 6th grade. He is average height and weight for a 6th grade male. This is his first year in a general education classroom setting with his non-disabled peers. He has been placed in an alternate education placement for the last couple years since 1st grade. So this is his first chance to get out with his non-disabled peers and to try a general education setting. So he has qualified for special education services since pre-K, but his most recent tests that have been given to him to see if he still qualifies for special education services is what's called the Wyatt 3. It's an individual achievement test, and it's the 3rd edition. So this test just gives them math problems, reading passages, words to read, essay questions, words to spell, to see where they are at mathematically, where they're at when it comes to reading, and where they're at when it comes to written expression. So the following scores is what Jake scored on this test. But before I tell you the scores, the average range for these scores on this assessment is 85 to 115. So if he scores anywhere between 85 to 115, that is an average score. So in early reading, he scored a 100, so that was average. Word reading standard score was 81, which just is a little bit below. Reading comprehension was 84, again, just a little bit below. Pseudo word decoding, 81. Reading comprehension composite score was 77. So in reading comprehension, he scored below average, which qualified him for reading services. Numerical operations, 81. Math problem solving, 81. Mathematics composite score, 81. So again, 85 to 115 is average. He scored an 81 overall, so that qualifies him for special education services in math. Spelling standard score, 72. Alphabet writing score, 80. Written expression composite score was 76. He should have one more score in there, but he does not have one for essay composition because he did not write anything on the essay. So since his written expression composite score was a 76, it does not fall between that 85 to 115 range, so he qualifies for special education services in the area of written expression. They also tested him for speech, so the assessment that they gave him was the clinical evaluation of language fundamentals, which it assesses the students' language skills. It assesses their ability to process language and use language to express themselves. The first test given was following instructions, which was an 11, which was average. Word structure 9, recalling sentences 10, formulating sentences 8, word classes 10, sentence composition 10. So those are subtests, and all those subtest scores fell within the average range. His receptive language score was 102, which is average. Expressive language score 94, which is average, and core language score, which was 95. So with all those scores being average, he does not qualify for speech and language therapy. He also got an intellectual assessment to test just his intelligence, verbal and nonverbal intelligence. The guess what portion, he scored a 44, verbal reasoning 53, odd item out 51, what's missing 48. So on that one, he scored a verbal intelligence score of 99 and a nonverbal intelligence score of 100, which are both in the average range, so he has an average intelligent. The subtests have a mean of 50, which is also in the average range. So after looking at these results and analyzing the results, Jake qualifies for special education services in reading, mathematics, and written expression. which he receives all those services in the integrated classroom. He does not qualify for speech and language therapy, and he has an average intelligence. He needs some support in reading comprehension, decoding, math problem solving, so word problems, graphs, multi-step problems, numerical operations, which is just your addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. So looking at these scores, some recommendations that I have is for him to have assignments read out loud to help him comprehend what he's supposed to do, especially with reading passages and things like that, along with math word problems. This student is served under the disability category of emotionally disturbed, which has a lot to do with which his diagnosis has a lot of effect on his academics. He tends to shut down, and if he doesn't know something, he will shut down. But he's getting all those services, and he will continue to get all those services until he tests and those numbers get within the average range of 85 to 115.